I'm going to ask you a question. How much did your stablecoin pump in the past month? Huh? Answer it for me. How much? Mine's up 30%. Nice observation. Just because it pumped, by the way, you know, doesn't mean it can't dump. I mean, it went to zero twice. You got anything to say to that? Huh? Do you have anything to say to that? I do. Stablecoin SuperCycle. Nicely running along meme coin SuperCycle, Bitcoin Treasury SuperCycle, and crypto IPO SuperCycle. Bubbles everywhere. Do you like pizza? I do. Did you know there have been more Pentagon Pizza order spikes that just happened? The Domino's near Washington, D.C., near the White House, is experiencing a huge surge in activity. Massive spike. Why is this important? It accurately predicts that there's going to be more world events happening right now. US officials confirm that forces in the Middle of East remain in a defensive posture and that the US of A is not yet participating in strikes against targets in Iran. That came out after these spikes. Like, oh, we're posturing. Something's happening. Thank you to Mr. Lord Jamie. Probably nothing. Interesting. Very interesting. Grumpy. Idiots. I know. Are they idiots? I don't think it's idiot stuff, man. It's not idiot stuff. Come on. You should be watching my show, bro. It's not idiots. Okay? I gotta tell you the truth, okay? You're here. You're not here for blue pill cuck stuff, okay? If you think the government's an idiot, you're an idiot. Wisen up. They press the button. Oh, I'm so incompetent. Ha 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 ha. Oopsies. I'm so incompetent. Oh, I didn't know what this fertility destroying zombie virus would do. Oops. Oh, by the way, I'm not involved. A bat had sex with a Pokeball. Oops. Don't believe this Occam's razor bullshit, okay? It's a cuck term made by a couple of cucks propagated by the Coconut Intelligence Agency. Occam's razor is like, oh, the simplest explanation is the most likely. Shut up. You don't know anything. What's simple, by the way? That's subjective. What's simple to you isn't simple to me. Like, I simply think you're a cuck for holding fiat currency. Oh, it's so simple. A lot of people, by the way, they fudded themselves out of Bitcoin in 2014, 2015. There were people talking about Occam's razor back then. They said, oh, the simplest explanation for Bitcoin is that it's a Ponzi because it has no cash flow. Therefore, I'm going to stay out. How much of a genius do you look now? Let's go look at 2015, by the way. How wrong were you to skip on Bitcoin because of Occam's razor? Since then, you are down. That is 389x return. 38,000%. Well done. Well done, blue pill cuck. Well done. For the rest of us, lollipop SuperCycle. I couldn't even say it. Lollipop SuperCycle. Look at these, friends. Chinese academics have warned stablecoins pose a threat to China's monetary sovereignty. China, stablecoin SuperCycle. Can I tell you something? I'm going to tell you something. All right? Call me daddy. Did you know, I've told you this, by the way, the US Fed, right before they cut rates and stimulate, they call one of the boys up and they say, hey, can you release a couple of economic articles and research papers, like 50 pages, showing that if we don't cut rates, the economy is going to go into doom? Can you do that? Release that? And they do that. They do that. And then it like has waiting for them to cut. China's doing the same thing. Look what they do. Chinese academics have warned stablecoins pose a threat. That's what the government does. It's like this fake, oh, we're looking, the academics, the experts have said this thing is bad, therefore it's bad. No, they pay the experts to say that. If you're familiar with the health industry and how much the FDA is rigged, you know this is like pretty much music to your ears. Makes you think though, right? Israel World War III FUD. Nothing ever happens. Look at this. City killer asteroid. Didn't happen. 120% of tariffs on China. Didn't happen. That's actually true, man. It didn't happen. They walked them back. India-Pakistan nuclear war. Didn't happen. That's true. Taiwan invasion. Didn't happen. Remember, friends? I'm like, look, I'm just saying. Matt said President Xi needs to invade. Now, China's a bit of a strongman with Trump. Trump is strongmanning. I'm hearing rumors they want to get rid of Xi. I don't know. Market crash. Didn't happen. Great Depression. Do I even have to say it? Nothing ever happens. Friends, I have this feeling that the nothing ever happens meme is gonna, I think it's gonna take over the world. Okay, it's so effective, man. And it's a meme. Nothing ever happens. Literally nothing ever happens. Look at your life, by the way. You know, friends, if you didn't have access to the internet to go look at stuff with me, what would your life be? Just actually think about it. What would it be? You know, you walk around, nothing ever happens. You know, you're going around just hearing stories from my friends and experiencing stuff. It's just, yeah, you're not tapped in, but nothing ever happens anyway. I think that this meme, I think it's going to get really big, friends. I really think this meme over the next 5 years, and then I'm not joking, I think like something's actually going to happen. Once we've got the whole world on board with, nothing ever happens, dude. Something's going to happen. What's something? I don't know. UFOs land, some explosion, some tsunami. I don't know. Something will happen. Remember this, friends. Remember this. Just to show you some context as to what's going on with Iran and Israel. Look at this. Iran is 3 to 5 years from a nuclear capability, 1992. They've been literally saying this for 30 to 40 years. Predicted timeline. Look at all these. Iran is days away from enriching uranium. Days away. Days away. It's been recycled FUD. They've been saying this since forever. Over and over again. Don't believe the lies. Frustrating crypto market. It's frustrating. What can we do, man? Just don't believe the lies. Nukes are fake and gay. Iranian people are amazing. I got Iranian friends. You know, man, it's actually interesting. Every Iranian I've ever met, from hairdressers, one of my best friends is Iranian, right? They're always like they're really smart. It's kind of funny. It's like, I always think like, man, how is your country oppressed with religious fanatics? Like, I've never met a single strict religious Iranian in my life. They've always been super tapped in. They're always like really aware of like ancient culture, UFOs, multiple dimension stuff. They're like really open-minded and like really, really liberal. Every single Iranian I've ever met, comedians, workers, hairdressers, friends, I'm like, how do you have that Habibi Ayatollah guy trying to bomb everybody? That makes no sense. I have not met a single person out here. He's just like... Also funny, friends, you know Iran, they like being the black sheep. Do you know that? Do you know that? They like being black sheep. Yeah. If you actually go check the personality of how they reply and how they just counter stuff, they literally, they're like, the meme of the Iranian government is like, we're the black sheep, we're the bad guys. Everything that happens, we're going to oppose, no matter what it is. I forgot once, but I remember once... Okay, I forgot the scenario, but I remember in my head, okay, someone came out with a position, Iran was against it, and then it turns out to be fake news. They go, oh no, sorry, it was a mistake. We have the other opposition, and then Iran changed their mind. So when I forgot what it was. If you guys can remember, I remember seeing this. I was like, oh my gosh, the whole thing's a freaking stage. I remember this was a long time ago. I don't know what it was. That was when I was first like, huh? I just went, huh? But I never went further, right? Hopefully, when people say, huh, it leads them to, you know, cryptocurrency and bull markets. As we traverse crypto, friends, we are printing a devastating 7th red monthly candle in a row for OTHERS-btc. Even though Ethereum's price action is quite strong, but it's 7 right now. Man, come on. Man. 5 was bad enough. Then the 6th one, remember, friends, 6th one, half of my Y was green, then just finished red. This is the longest time in history, man. Look at the yellow circle, by the way. The last time we did 7, it was after a literal 100x run from every altcoin outside the top 10. The real number is 300x, but you wouldn't even believe me if I said that. But the real number is actually 300x. From bottom to top. From January to December. Literally, this box is 1 year. You see that? This was a 100x USD run. It was about 17x on Bitcoin. And in that year, Bitcoin did a 17x. So 17 times 17 is like what, 150, 250x, whatever it was. Wild, man. What can we do? Remember, friends, we did get rid of the soul of James Wynn. James Wynn did his, like, multi-million-dollar liquidation long. He got liquidated. So if there is a case for anything, remember, we did liquidate James Wynn. I showed you this before. The Matrix deployed the Israel-Iran missile war just to liquidate him. We did get a big popular soul, didn't we? It's almost like the universe was like, you're not allowed to make that much money. You're not allowed. Now, I've got to remind you again, friends. I've shown you this cute picture before. I want to remind you, okay? Made with AI. So Iran, Israel, all these things happening. Every technology in humankind that has ever been world-changing, life-changing, ended with a bubble mania. Every single one. Internet, trains, railway mania, 1840, 1870s, whenever it was, okay? The radio stuff, like everything went into a mania. A mania means too many supply of companies come in or whatever it is, and it pretty much brings a lot of retailer FOMO in, and then there's the bubble and they all get destroyed. The last major one we saw was the internet, 1999, had the bubble, but the internet had been running for 13, 14-year bull market. It was just the final 2 years it went exuberant. All right? We're in AI right now. A lot of people, friends, trust me, I was using AI kind of, not really. I wasn't really talking to it. Like, it's boring. I'm not used to it. But when you actually need it, oh, man, it's really good. Really good AI. Don't get you can't get red pill there. It's blue pill space sponsors stuff, but it's really good, man. It knows what you're talking about. Yeah, it's big. It's big. Like, it just everything, man. Like, it's doing stuff like you can ask it like, hey, I've got a dry scalp. I want a shampoo that I can use like every day. What are some things I can do? Like, it just tells you everything, bro. It literally everything. You can find shops around you. It knows which one's on budget. It's a superhuman thing. And it's right now, man. It's not just the cute cartoon pictures, right? Because right now, you and I, we are just slaves to the Bitcoin and Ethereum price. That's what we're feeling right now. But eventually, remember, this is the GIMP mask. The guy, that's what GIMP stands for, friends. Remember, GIMP. One of the fantastic knowledge pieces we've learned here on the channel. What does GIMP actually stands for? Guy in mask permanently. All right? So, it's the Wojak, guys. I'll put these on here. I made this picture with pride. Oh, man, it's so funny. So, we're slaves. As we traverse the bull market, what ends up happening is, this is what's happened, okay? Every single time in history, literally since the past 70 years. Eventually, you see this money printing? Eventually, it's enough to just make people feel like, oh, we can take care of ourselves now. And then you have the positive flywheel effects. And that's when crypto disconnects to the upside. Now, when we say disconnects to the upside, obviously it's diminished in each cycle. And the coins which disconnect to the upside, it's a new narrative every single time. First cycle unicorns of each cycle are like that. But, that's when we might, maybe metaphorically call it the feature that appears. Remember this cute picture I made? Peed out of $1. I made this in AI as well. Peed out of $1. These cute logos. How cute. Right? Remember Pulse Chain, Hidden Gem ecosystem. Big opportunity. Well, it could go to zero. It could be a big opportunity to lose everything. It's like everything else. Okay? Just going through my pictures here. Remember, friends, when I showed you this AI, man, it's just so good. It's so good. I made this as well. Oh, man, I'm telling you now, this thing is going to wipe away jobs like you won't believe. It can do legal stuff, briefing. My gosh, bro. Man, do you know how many jobs just out there wasting time in offices? They're like, oh, make me a report on the Aussie dollar or the Canadian dollar. I want to know all about the economy. Make me a report and synthesize it. Man, just there you go, bro. Do you know how to type a sentence? Write it into AI. There you go. And then the AI will learn of the things you want. Right? Like that's all analyst jobs or junior analyst jobs. Unless, maybe they're like, hey, summarize what the AI is telling you. But, it's going to chew away so many jobs. We might actually see unemployment rates spike up off it. That'd be wild. Imagine that. We're like, unemployment's getting damaged because so many jobs are getting eaten away. They're just firing workers, The coding's getting better. I'm telling you now, friends. Remember, like, you can't see AI is still improving at an exponential rate. So we're gonna have to end with a mania. What type of mania? We'll know. That's why I've got a bit of a, I've got a prophecy for the mania of AI. And friends, sorry for pausing here a bit. I'm just embarrassed by this. Friends, did I not tell you racist Russell was one of the most racist things ever? The whole chart data is missing now. It's just started from the 6th of June. Racist Russell doesn't even want to show me his own price chart now. My gosh, man. Telling you, AI, it's going to crush everything. And like I said, my prophecy, I believe at one point, we will see the junk AI companies appear. We'll be looking at them like, bro, there's no way you're legit. But it doesn't matter. It's like this, like, you know, the demand and stuff. And then in the bear market that follows, one of them, someone's going to go to jail. Like the CEO is going to go to jail. Like we'll find out their whole AI. I'm just guessing. It was using, say, ChatGPT's AI and just like repackaging it. That was their whole product. And they got like, you know, billions and billions and billions of valuation and they were dumping on everyone. You know, so I feel like some massive fraud scheme like that, right? But until that point, we are waiting because the stock market, this is super, super, super strong, right? Super strong. We are, yeah, a lot of people believe that it's all over now. I don't know, bro. Have you used ChatGPT? You have. Dude, I'm telling you right now, it's just improving. It's improving exponentially. My gosh, like we haven't even gotten to the stage. Like it's learning all the languages. Wait till you get the Chinese kids in the factories that start hooking up like an internet device with a voice speaker and then you can basically just use your ChatGPT login in it. And they can start talking. You know, that might be when like, oh my gosh, what is this thing doing? It's touching me and my genitals. I didn't sign up for this, but I won't complain. You know what I mean? Right? Everyone's waiting. We all know, friends. This is all building to one thing. Sex robots. That's probably the first thing they're going to make. It's like humans always do. What do we do on the internet? First, we're liberating mankind. Straight away. Boobies and just naked people. Straight away. You know? So, you know, that's going to be one hell of a society once we have that. You know? Your officer, I didn't know she didn't have a chipset in her. Yeah, man, there's a lot of things going to change the next 5 to 10 years. Also, friends, I've been hearing like a lot of stories where like AI is diagnosing people with medical conditions before the doctors because AI is giving the distribution of stuff. A lot. And like people like rare forms, like just weird things are just appearing, like unfortunate circumstances. They're like, oh yeah, 70% chance here, go get your blood test results. Blockchain Backer shared a story, I think it was his mother-in-law. She had like this, I think I forgot what it was, maybe a rare form of cancer, but it was like stage 2. And they were like, they were looking at it. And then ChatGPT ended up finding out like, hey, there's 70% chance because of these symptoms, you've got like this rare form thing. And then as the blood test results came in, it goes, oh, we've actually got 99% chance. They were front running the doctors. Doctors was like weeks or months to figure it out. And then AI even knew, go, oh yeah, it's very hard to detect this stuff, but she had all these like exact symptoms for this. And the doctors, like they didn't know what it was until more blood test results came on and it progressed more. So that's probably wild. We're probably going to use AI to, so friends, you don't know, right? So like AI within, I think like in 18 months from now, we're going to have a 200 IQ AI. Literally 200 IQ. So one of my guesses is that AI is going to connect probabilities of diseases and stuff that you and I would have never figured out. No humans have figured out, right? Like AI might have been able to, hey, I looked at everything and you know what I mean? And they might find like, oh yeah, people who eat bananas, like, you know, more than once a month actually have like a 0% chance by their 60 to have like Alzheimer's or something. You know what I mean? Like something weird like that we've never actually looked at, but it might be like a weird chemical, right? Or like ChatGPT might be like computing everything and they're like, hey, people in this city out there, for some reason, like, you know, they have like no liver cancer. And then maybe scientists will look at it like, let's go look at that city. Like, Why in this city do they have no liver cancer, right? And you might end up finding out something like, oh, maybe it's the air. Maybe all the local supermarkets source a local, maybe they get their milk locally. Or maybe they get capsicums locally. You know what I mean? They go look at everything and they're like, oh, they're sourcing stuff locally. They have like 15 items. And they go check every single item. Something about this is like helping with liver cancer that we don't know. And then, you know, it just weird stuff like that. And they're like, oh, people over there, they're getting like a 50% more, you know, weekly increase of some vitamin mineral. And that's actually compounding to like zero, you know, near 0% risk cancer. You know what I mean? Like things like that that you and I, you know, would never be able to brute force and figure stuff out like that. So the world's changing in that regard. Remember, that's why it's going to end with a mania. Yeah, right now, that's the best part, friends. A lot of people fading AI still. You know, not you, but a lot of normies out there in the world. They're using it or they're scared. They don't know what it is. And here I am. I'm like, dude, do you understand what this thing is doing? I don't think you understand. It's literally an early robot. It knows everything. Literally everything. And the way it formats everything, like, man, it's cranking. So, yes, that's why these things do end with the mania. They do. Yeah. But what's mania mean? It means a misallocation of capital, which means we get too excited. Remember, the number one problem that people have in a bull market with retailers is that they underestimate competition. You know, so we might see a few AI companies and everyone thinks, oh, this thing's going to save the world. Like, you completely underestimate that someone else is compounding their growth rate to like chew away your advantage in the next 5 years. That's why a lot of these things end up popping down, because people price things to perfection, and the next 5 years someone else makes an improvement on a product and they pretty much catch up. But that's why humans, right, we're very bad at computing exponentials. So you can't see that, like a competitor who's like really, really small now, if they're growing at like 20% per year, humans are very bad at computing what that means in like 8 years from now. They're really bad at that. And that's why the market figures that out eventually when you have the mania, and then you realize your valuations were sky high. But we haven't got to that part, right? We're going to build to that part. Like, subscribe, belly button all. Catch you in the next one.